Welcome back. Just wanted to revisit joy and your inner child. Just wondering if you were able to do something that made your inner child giddy, brought you some joy. Even if it feels weird, I invite you to just try it. It is life-changing when you reconnect to that part of you that was so innocent and didn't care what others thought or what society told you to do, just pure joy. I have reconnected with my inner child, and I'm just going to give you a little story. After I retired from the company that I worked for 31 years, I felt a little lost. I knew that I wanted to be a coach, and um, I had gotten my coaching certificate, but I wasn't sure where to go from there. And I started getting my business and everything together. And this was last year. This was 2025, the beginning of 2025, the end of 2024. And I thought, what is it? What is it that lights me up? What sparks me? And that's how I came about what I'm doing now and my offerings. So, the way that I reconnected with my inner child, there was a lot of things that I was doing when I was younger that I thought were to bring me joy. I didn't realize until later last year that I was doing it to reconnect with my inner child. In January of 2025, I was determined to find my joy. So I found a book that I started using. I don't have it, it's on loan. And it was a 3-week challenge. It's called 21 Rituals to Ignite Your Intuition by Teresa Chung. And because I was having such a hard time connecting to what I found joyful, intuitively, I realized I needed to go deeper and connect to my intuition. And that could have been my spirit guide. Some way I realized that what I needed to do was to connect to my intuition. I started with the book, which did help. And I also got oracles called Intuitive Whisper Oracle cards by Maud Hurst. Pulling one of those cards had like an exercise to do, and you're pulling them intuitively, so your intuition is letting you know what you need to reconnect with. First certificate helped me with my mindset. So I knew that I needed to reframe things that I was thinking, which is why I'm working on these things through the videos in hopes of helping anyone that might be struggling with the same things that I was. Spiritual coaching came in, and it was really to help me get past the illusions. And then I came into the hypnosis, and that helped me release my negative feelings, my limiting beliefs, and my limiting decisions, which were being stored in my subconscious. So I had no idea that that was happening until later. But my point is that I went through all of these things to reconnect to my inner child to find my joy. And I have found my joy. And that's really why I'm here. I want to share that with you. I want to help you reconnect to your inner child and your joy. So, just a few things that I found for me made my inner child joyful after the things that I just mentioned, but you may not need those things, right? So, um, I went to Walt Disney World. And when I was a child, I went there and I got my name, and I got the Mickey ears, and I was between 8 and 10 years old, and it was such a big deal. We had driven from Massachusetts to Florida, and there was some weird thing that happened when I was on a ride where I just assumed that the ride wasn't actually moving. So I took my ears off and I put him to the side to see if the ride was moving. And when the ride was over, guess what? It had been moving. So I lost my ears. So this was a big deal for me. I was so happy to get them after that. And I also rode roller coasters, which I'm not normally a roller coaster person. I did go out of my comfort zone and I had a blast. I also went bike riding. I have a foldable bike in my trunk and it's a lot of fun. My boyfriend and I went to a park that has a lot of hills and I felt all of this wind going through my hair and it was just so much fun. If you're able to get a bike or you have access to a bike, I highly recommend going down a hill and just feeling the wind in your hair. Or, I went for a 3-mile walk and when I got back in near the parking, there was swing sets. So I got on the swing set and I didn't go really high, but that wind in the hair just it did something for me. I'm trying to share this with you because all of this brought me back to who I am and my inner child. And that is the way I got my spark. So I hope this helps you. I know that Ruth, she used to pick berries for her birthday cake, and that's a joyful memory that she has. What memory do you have that brings you joy? And will you try it out? Thanks for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful day.